What's happening? It's Contrast Cut, Season 2, Episode 10. Man, big shout outs to Bobby D Presents and Uncle Snoop's Army. I wouldn't be able to do this without you, brothers. I'm trying to tell y'all. Man, it's your host Zylo, aka Wine Dollars Like I Won Some Money. You hear me? I got a special guest today. I'm talking about, he's one of them very special, talented artists, producers, DJs. I mean, we all rocked along with his song. It's real gold. I mean, we all said we beat the pussy up. We still saying that. You hear me? We were saying that before you dropped the record. It just fit when it dropped. And I mean, I'm talking about. I got someone, bruh, that's worked with 50 Cent, Tiger, Iamsu, Sage the Gemini, Amarion, and many, many more. I'm talking about. I got LoveRance in the building. What's happening, brother?
Yeah. What's good, brother? How you doing, man? Blessed.
Man, bro, I'm blessed too, man. I'm out the way, virus free. We used to saying we suck at ducking. Right now, we just virus ducking for the moment.
Man, just duck everything. Whatever you can duck, just duck it at this moment. You feel me? For real, shit.
Man, bro, shit. How everything been going for you during the quarantine?
Man, it's been good, man. Like, besides, like, missing out on shows and shit, everything else has been good. I've been able to work on my craft, been able to take some walks, clear my mind, get my thoughts together. Blessed, to live in California, so we got a coast for me to go see. So, get some water, get some trees. You can get all that out here. So,
something that people that they take for granted on the West Coast is that we got mountains and hills. Once you go to the East Coast, it's flatter than a flat booty and flat chest. You hear me?
Man, like, we literally got everything: mountains, hills, forests, ocean, everything. Like, you feel me? Most people, I done been to certain states, it'd be like, damn, can I get a tree? Just one?
I saw this post like the beaches in Arizona are flooded with hella people. And I had to the beaches in Arizona, they got beaches? And I had to research it. And I'm like, man, these motherfuckers is calling lakes and rivers with some sand beaches. I'm like, they use the definition.
They disrespected. That's what they doing, bro. That ain't no damn beach.
They said, man, Mexico in the way of the nearest water and Cali in the way of the nearest water. So you know what? Fuck it.
Hey, I respect it. Hey, get it how you live,
Hell yeah, I ain't been to Arizona unless I gotta go. Then it is what it is. Shit. I got love for it though. Don't get me wrong. But we can talk about it because we ain't clear.
Yeah, hey, look, I love Arizona too. I was just out in Scottsdale, you feel me? So definitely got love for Arizona, you feel me? Definitely got love for the Cougars out there trying to catch them an MLB player. We be outside.
Man, he said spring training is the action. I get the rebounds. So, bruh, I got this quote. Let me know how it relates to you or if it doesn't, and we get this show rolling.
Yeah.
We can never go nowhere unless we share with each other. Tupac Shakur.
I feel like when I hear that quote, I think of knowledge. Like, I feel like we all have to share knowledge that is given to us. We have to share that with either. I hate when people are like, you gotta share it with the youth. You gotta just share it with anybody, because you never know. Somebody might need that guidance or those words that is your age or older than you. You might push them to a certain point where they're like, you know what, I needed to hear that. And they go out and do something great with those words. So I feel like knowledge should be definitely passed on.
Yeah, no, I definitely, Pac ain't been the person to share his money, but he is globally known to share his attitude and how he feels. And, that power right there,
that's real.
How you can express that, we all got to take gratitude to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because as much as we finna go into your history, he expresses his history on a magnitude of a magnifying glass. Everybody watching, and this is before the internet.
Yeah, nah, man. Tupac was a prophet for sure. Like, way before his time, man. Gone too soon, too.
Way too soon. So as we talk about that, and and we go into, you know, some places you've been, you know, do you feel like the game chose you, or did you choose the game?
Shit, a little bit of both. Like, to be honest with you, because I feel like high school, I was in talent shows. Growing up, I was always performing in front of my family, like just on some family events type stuff, like barbecues and stuff like that. So I always enjoyed music. I never thought I was going to be doing music when I got older, but it was just always around me, in me. I always loved it. So I feel like we kind of, me and music kind of fed off each other until we finally crossed paths, and she finally let me do my thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, so, yeah. Y'all made a baby damn near. Y'all made
man,
an
we
old
definitely
baby.
Made a baby. Right. Hey, that was definitely a baby. I ain't gonna. That was one of them 8-pounders right there with a big ass head. I ain't gonna lie.
He was like, you know what? The monkey on there, boy, made this beautiful.
Hey, I had to put it down.
So, bruh, as we go through the history, I know before Up came out, you know, what was like your big confirmation moment of like, you know, the game's choosing you? Because, you know, you said earlier pretty much that you were dibbling and dabbling and doing music and doing variety shows, performing for your family, and, you know, it's in you. But the way how the world works, it was like, nah, you got to share this with the world. And
yeah.
So what was like your confirmation moment of like, you know, this is it?
I guess it would be like when I finally got to go out of state and perform. Like California is so damn big, like you don't have to literally leave California. Like you can literally go on a tour of California, like go San Diego, LA. You can do about 2 shows in LA because it's so big. Sacramento, the Bay, Fresno, Chico, like, you know what I'm saying? You can do about 7 to 10 shows in California alone. But I think it's when I went to Vegas. Even though Vegas is like an extension California, but you know, it was like Vegas is everybody. You know what I'm saying? So when I perform, I'm not just performing for Nevada people or Californians. I'm performing for whoever's in the building. So when I went to Vegas to perform for the first time, I think that was like, okay, yeah, this is just a little bit bigger than just the Bay, and also it's one of those like stamp of approval, like, because you know. The world doesn't have to like what a region likes. Like a region can like whatever it like, and it could be a classic in that region. But to get out of that region and have people like, oh, I love this West Coast shit. You know, it's kind of a different feeling. And I got that feeling when I got to Vegas, because that's when I ran into people that was from other states, other countries, and they was like, I love this record. Damn. Like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? I like this. The vibe was nice. The energy was perfect.
But, you know, you brought up a good point, because, you know, a lot of the time the Bay gets robbed for so much of their versatility and creativity, and they only keep it in the Bay because, you know, that's as far as they make it. Someone else took it out of the Bay and made it their own, and they stole it, you feel me? And so, and that shit gets around the world 2 times, 3 times. And so it's like, you know, it's a blessing to see how you took something of yours and then it went not just past the Bay, it went to LA and it stayed yours. It went to Dago and stayed yours. And then, you know, you hit Vegas, and then, you know, history tells that 50 Cent jumped on there. Now you hit in New York. Now you hit in the whole world. And I mean, you know, that journey alone, I love the Bay. Like, I'm born in LA. I've been to the Bay a whole bunch. My family from Oakland, Fairfield, Vallejo, like it's all spread out.
Okay.
So it's I got major love. And so it's like whenever I hear it, I'm like, man, let's make sure we take the telescope and make sure we put it on this, because it's important that people understand they can get it out, have the confidence, keep on pushing. Because, you know, just look, you said right away, as soon as I got to Vegas, like, you know, people don't know that it's a journey to go from the Bay to Vegas. You might as well go to like Texas, damn near.
Man, nah, real shit. You think like, oh, cause we neighbors, like we'll have shows, and it's like, nah. Like you'll as a Bay Area artist, you'll get like popping in Portland and in Washington faster than you'll get popping like in SoCal or Vegas. But once you get those Vegas or SoCal, Arizona follows. New Mexico follows, just because it's like, oh, well, another major market is messing with a person. Just like, vice versa. If it was an LA artist or if it was a Vegas artist, like, they have to have somebody else mess with them. So everybody else could be like, you know what, we rock with that. We like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you're right. We could talk about the J.R. Castros. We could talk about Dizzy Wright. I mean, we can talk about LA artists all day, the AZ Chiques, the Ruchis, they have and 03 Greedo, he had to come to the Bay. Like, there's so much where you gotta.
And he came to the Bay and fucked around. Man.
So,
he fucked around for sure.
Oh yeah. Nah, shit, bruh's with it. He put on for great.
With it, man. Shout out, man. Free bruh, man. Free bruh, man. Free my nigga.
Great energy, love him. So, man, as we go into pretty much the history of the Bay, let's dig back into your history, and from up to HBK to Interscope to, I mean, you definitely you left your imprint and then didn't stop there and kept on working. So, man, let's talk about it.
Let's talk. It's good. Shoot, man, like really, like you kind of gave it the basics, like, you know what I'm saying? I went from like being with HBK, we was a independent group. Everybody had their own thing going. Everybody had like their own songs and sounds. And basically, when I had a chance to sign the Interscope, it was like, a big thing, because like a lot of people don't get signed from our area, especially, to a major label, especially to Interscope. Like, that was crazy. Like, you hear Interscope, you just know, like, that's creme de la creme. That's like Kentucky, Kansas of college basketball right there. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So to get even the whole journey between that, like, the person who found me to the person who signed me, it was all Bay Area cats. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, the vice president of Interscope at the time was a San Francisco cat. And when I walked into the building, it was like immediate, like, love. It was like, yo, man, I'm just glad somebody from the turf finally gets this opportunity. And it's organic. It's nothing like, I wasn't on the label for 3-4 years and they're like, we finally gonna give him his chance. It was like, nah, we was in the Bay, we was throwing parties, going crazy, and it finally trickled down to LA and other states. And when it got to the label, it was like, I had a few other labels calling me, but I knew like where I wanted to be. So when Interscope called, it was like, yep, this is exactly where I wanted to be. I wanted to be able to first be close to my label, because every other label was either on the East Coast or in Atlanta. They had offices in LA, but for the most part, it was East Coast and Atlanta. But when Interscope called, their offices are in
Santa Monica.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, I like that. I could just pull up and be like, yo, what's going on? How's it going? This, that, and the third.
My business.
I like that. You feel me? And it's like, y'all vibing with me because we on some West Coast stuff. You feel me? It's like, come on now. Like, we look out the window, we look at the same shit. Like, we looking at these palm trees. We looking, like we said, we looking at the coast. We looking at cars, women, weed, and water. All the W's. You can back them all down. You feel me? So, shoot, that
winning.
Winning. You feel me? So, and I didn't even like start that journey to get signed. It happened, and I feel like that was that's why I felt so good, because it was never like, I'm going to get signed. I gotta get signed. I need to get signed. It was one of those situations where I'm going to get signed, but I'm gonna keep pushing until I get to that point. And when I got to that point, it felt great.
As it should. I mean, in a lot of things, a lot of people forget, like, last time really the major labels were in the Bay Area, it was like Richie Rich era. And like, I mean, with Interscope and Def Jam, and you got Russell Simmons doing a music video in Oakland, and you got all these different elements. Like, and they're trying to find the next biggest thing, and then here we go, we got you guys in 2011 with this hit, and it brought the spotlight back. And I mean, you know, it also brought the attention to HBK. And then, you know, they just did the song with E40. And you know, there's all these different power growths and everybody's in their own lane. And then here it goes, you know, the first big opportunity to branch off. It was like, man, this is destiny. Because it's like, boom, this is what I wanted. I had a chart. I was like, you know, I thought I seen Bad Boy, but Bad Boy is East Coast. Nah. I thought I seen this. Nah. You know what? I was thinking about this, but they not here like that. But this came along, and I was thinking about this the whole time. And it was like, at one of them moments.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It was perfect. You feel me? It was perfect. Everybody that was in the office, they was wonderful, man. They treated me with love, and I knew what the business was. It was a record label, so you know, it's kind of like you're only as hot as your single is. So you know, you gotta stay warm. You feel me? So they can stay shaking your hands and keep dapping you up. But you feel me? There's a few people that, you know, even when you know, shit started to drop off, they still show love. You feel me? So it was like, okay, I can appreciate you people, because in a sea full of, you know, what you see is real. You know, you might see some fake. You feel me? There were some real people in there that was like, that really had your back and was in your corner. You know what I'm saying? So.
And see, a lot of people forget this word. Real is related to relationships. And, you know, you see the real when you have relationships with people. When you're able to call and chop it up and they do more. Like, you could tell when someone's just gassing you because they want more information. They trying to get close to you. They want to know what your bad habits are so they can get close to you type of bullshit. And you got the people that are close to you because they want to know how moms is. They want to know how sis is. And, you know, it's a big difference in those values. And
really tapping in.
They get the game fucked up about the record labels. They think they finna be like, hey, come on, you signed, you have this hit, we're best friends forever.
Like, nah. Like, not at all. You feel me?
You gotta think about like fast food places, like the McRib only comes around so often.
Man, exactly. And it's like, bruh, and if it ain't selling, they gonna pull that shit for the rest of the life. Like, nah, that shit ain't selling no more. Go ahead and pull it. We gonna create something different. You
put something else in that place.
Exactly. So, you know, as soon as I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad that as soon as I entered into that building, I never had that feeling of I'm gonna be here forever. These are my friends. Like, hell no. It was like
they taught you that, bruh.
Yeah, it was instantly like, yeah, I know what's up, bro, what's up? Like, and it's like, okay, like, you know, but like for a few of them, it was like, I could tell they was really with it, because like, I was the nigga at the label, like, yo, I'm about to go to the club tonight. Where the club at? We about to go to the club, we about to do this, you know what I'm saying? We gotta promote this record. You feel me? And it was a few cats that was like, I'm coming with. Or, what's your number? You know what I'm saying? I can't come out tonight. We're gonna fuck with you tomorrow. How many times you in LA? We're gonna pull up on you. And it was like, okay, boom, boom, boom. But, you know, there was the other cats that wanted to keep it straight label. And that was like, yeah, I can feel that vibe. Like, you wanted just to keep it straight. When I see you, it's, hey, what's up? And that's it. So it was like, okay, you can kind of like understand it better. Like, okay, now I'm at the club with these other cats. We chopping it up. They telling me stuff, you know, what I need to do, you know, hey, what they've been talking about that they ain't said at the meeting. And it's like, oh, okay, damn, like that. Oh, boom, boom, boom. You put stuff together. So, you know, like we said, you know, you gotta be game tight, show for show. Oh, no. Yeah, so you gotta be just game tight.
So, bro, what were some of the highs and lows of all of that? I mean, because, you know, let people know it's not all just, you know, dollar signs and happiness once you get to the top.
Yeah, nah, not at all, man. You still gotta work and stuff. But I mean, the high is definitely just being able to go to other states and cities and vibe with people and get to be in their element and bring what your element is to theirs. It's like a crazy like situation, because you get to like conversate, get to understand, and you know, really like you want to learn more, you know, all the time, you know. So when like it's like a performance, it's like you can't perform the same way in San Diego that you'll perform in New York. You know, you got tinker some stuff, you gotta figure it out. So that was like, you know, like figuring that stuff out, seeing people's reactions, seeing people like, you know, congratulate me after certain shows and like, you know, you really did your thing, or just certain acts bringing me out. That was some major moments. Like I got brought out by T.I. in Atlanta at the birthday bash. So that was like, yo, that's crazy. Like out of all the states, he could have brought me out. He brought me out in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that's big time. And like Drake brought me out at USC. Like I've been brought out by hella people. Fabulous brought me out. DJ Khaled brought me out. You feel me? So I say that's the highs right there. Like just meeting people, vibing with people, you know, connecting with people, and then them giving you the chance to do your thing. You know, that's always the shit.
That's the engine starter. That's
the engine starter for sure. You feel me? And it's cool because I always look at it like some talent show type shit. Like, all right, you're gonna let me perform, you're gonna let me show off my talents. I got shit. Like, regardless, I'm gonna put on a show, but tonight I'm gonna put on a show. Cause I only got about 3-4 minutes to rock. You know, you only bringing me out. This ain't a full set, so I gotta melt down.
Far up here.
Yeah, you feel me? You gotta melt down 30 minutes of energy down into like 3-4 minutes. It's like, oh yeah, I'm about to give y'all all I got. So, you know, and also just what's up?
You know, I gotta bring this up because a lot of people don't realize how much of importance it is to be a brought out act during their set. Like that gives them like a break, but at the same time, it raises the energy. They was looking for that they didn't have, so they gotta go and say, now what can I dig into these crates and pull out and make into something to make this real crowd rock? Because you know you gotta be able to party, have to be able to party. And I can see why, you know, they hollered at you. They brought you out each time because, bro, that record is to this day. It has the same principle of Juvenile back that ass up. Like, that ass, bro. Like, it has the same principle. And I hope it brings you publishing the same way it brings him. It brings him about $400,000 a year in publishing, man.
Hey, look, I love publishing. Shout out to publishing. Every artist definitely get your publishing right. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. Feel me? Don't say the word. Don't ever say Rancy ain't never taught y'all anything. Publishing. But nah, man, I hope so, cause man, that came out with 99. That shit, he's still 2 decades later. I'm definitely trying to be another decade or two. You feel me? Whatever the case may be. But I mean, most people don't know that, but they should know that. Being brought out by other artists is definitely major because, you know, there's a lot of haters in the building. So for somebody to bring you out, that means they're showing respect to like you. So they're saluting you. You know, that's like a big salute to me. That's, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even show respect to their peers. They're too busy trying to be in competition. But sometimes it's like, nah, man, we need to turn this up. You know, just like if I got a section of my show, and I'm like, yo, it's a lot of girls at the show. We gotta slow it down. I'm gonna call R&B cat. Like, why wouldn't I? That makes no sense. Like, you feel me? Like, gotta show that love. Gotta extend that hand. So, you know, when other artists did it for me, I definitely appreciated it. And, you know, it definitely was a good look, and it definitely was a high, for sure. Yeah.
Now, what's some of the lows?
I would just say some of the lows would be having a label that you have to run shit through sometimes, and then when you finally get to run shit through them, it gets like fucked up, and then now your presentation is wrong. I.e., I had a song with a tiger. It was called "Act Up," and it was doing good. I told them, the label, I was like, man, I like this record. It's a party record. I know where we're trying to go. We're trying to keep the party going. But I had another song with Amarion. It was a slow jam. And I'm like, man, we should push both of these records at the same damn time. But they didn't want to listen. They went with Act Up. We didn't get the chance to shoot the video. So, of course, everything stalled after that. So that definitely was a low for me because I was on the, like, you know, I was rolling. Like, you feel me? Up was going. We needed a second single. We needed the third single. And I had literally a second and third single. And instead of them listening to me and feeling my vibe or feeling where I was coming from, they listen to themselves, which is understandable because it's a label and they was forking over some money. So, they went with what they felt was right, but unfortunately a loss for them isn't as big as a loss for me, because they can go and get another artist. Me, I have to, pick up my bearings and then figure it out again, but most people don't understand that. They just see oh man, he dropped those songs, man, they did cool. And that was it, so that, I would say that was definitely a low, not having the label understand the vision and not following what I wanted to do and having to listen to somebody else, man. That shit weak.
Bruh. And like, people don't understand, like, once you get in those situations and you come out of it, and once you have to reinvent yourself, you're back at the drawing board, because you pretty much took it, that squeezed out all that juice from that lemon. And now you like, oh, I gotta make some more lemons into lemonade, and
ain't got lemons. The label left me with oranges. I'm like, how the fuck a nigga's supposed to make lemonade with oranges, my G? Damn. I got some fly ass orange juice though. You feel me? But that shit ain't gonna work. You feel me? These niggas want the lemonade.
Real talk. He was like, man, I know it's Minute Maid now, but shit.
Shit smack, bro, but they didn't want it. You feel me? They didn't want it. But it's got, and it's a lesson. You feel me? So that's why I had to look at it as, and I know now as being an independent artist, it's like I know what I want. So now it's like I seen where I went wrong at. It's like, yeah, I should have pushed harder for this. Like I should have did more. But that's solely on me. I put the blame on myself. Most people try to push the blame off, and it's like you wasting your time, because while you wasting your time trying to push the blame off, those motherfuckers don't care. They already done moved on. So, what I'm saying? You got to move on, reflect, and then, okay, boom, 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 try a different way, so, it just sucked though, man, because I was like, yo, this song with Omarion fucking go. Got the ladies going, man. Like, y'all niggas want this party record. I mean, it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? Tiger had the Rack City, so it was what it. I've always been a fan of Omarion. And I got a song with him. So let me push this song, because I think it's dope. You feel me? It's kind of like you finally get to work with the artist you wanted to work with, and they want to push the song with the artist that they put together. Like, they put that song together. The Act Up song me and Tiger was put together. But the one with me and Omarion was organic, because we was working in the studio, and my man's called. He was like, bro, who you want on this record? I'm like, man, nigga, I want Omarion. Nigga, my man's called, like, yo. So I didn't believe him. Nigga, 20 minutes later, this nigga pulls up. Oh, shit. And that was, boom, we knocked out the record. And it's like, you can feel it. Like, every time people hear that song, they like, yo, I love this. Something about it. I'm like, yeah, because you got to hear two artists in the studio together. You know what I'm saying? Not sending files. Hey, yo, could you send me the files? Like, I didn't have to wait on those to send no files. It was like the files was right there. You feel me? So it was a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, and I knew it was real when the listeners got a vibe from it. And it's like, yeah, because y'all finally got to hear two artists in the room together, vibing and being artists. And that's why I made sure I did a video and shit. But they were still stuck on that Tiger song. I was like, all right, fine, fuck it. All right, here, just do what y'all do, man. That's y'all budget anyway. Shit.
But what's crazy, bro, is a lot of people don't know that, I wouldn't say it's a challenge, but it definitely is some obstacles to get Omarion on the track. Like, you can pay him, you go through, you can run through the labels, get the labels to sign off on him coming onto the song. And then if he don't feel it after he do it, that man will give you back your money. And it ain't coming out.
I mean, and he was fucking with the record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we already had the verse written out, you know what I'm saying, for him to sing. And so he came through, he loved the verse that we written. He just knocked it out. But then he added his own intro. And it was like, oh. So that means you fucking with this record so much that you wanted to put your own little style on it. You feel me? It can't just be, just a song that was just laid in front of you. You wanted to put your own spice to it, give your own little pepper. And he gave it to us. And I'm like, yo, like you said, like it's hard, you know, getting cats to be on records, especially, you know, cats with, you know, names. And, you know, I respect Omarion because, you know what I'm saying, he went from a group to doing solo shit. And it's like, right, and he still was successful and he still was like doing it at a high level. So it's like, man, get him on a record on some fluke shit. And he want to do the video too. I'm like, bro, y'all tripping. Y'all gotta go with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to afford, like, and that's another lesson learned. I was like, man, if it's payola, it's payola. It's business. It's music business. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like, if I'm gonna get a rapper on another record, I gotta at least have a phone conversation with you, bro. I gotta have a text conversation with you or something. Like, we gotta at least go back and forth on a comment section or something. Like, me and Tiger, we never talked. You feel me? It was like literally like, this is a good song. We're gonna get Tiger on it. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, I know he popping, he's a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did say Tiger. Tiger. Nah, Tiger. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it, you know what I'm saying? He's a name. So it was like, I rolled with it, but then I'm like, man, y'all should have went with the organic shit, because the organic shit is what got me here. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what? As we talk about this, bro, being on quarantine, we all sitting down, we all still getting out. The boys are still out. They still blurting. Yeah. So I have my next segment, it's my awareness segment. And, you know, my whole point of this is to like the people that don't have the older brothers, the dads, the uncles, to give them the game on what to do when this happens. You know, I'm talking about, like I said, the blurp, them high beams hitting your neck, searching the car for whoever else is in the car. And then you hear the blurp sound, you get them pulled over. You know, so I asked my guests, you know, drop some game on when the last time they were pulled over and what to do in the situation.
Man, shit. Thank God the last time I was pulled over, I wasn't doing nothing illegal. Because usually I smoke while I drive. But last time I got pulled over, it was weird. It was like at 3:00 in the morning. I was coming home from a studio session. I got pulled over by two cops. They started hitting me with the, you know, when's the last time you smoked? And, you know, most people, they get hit with that. They start to answer the question, you know, in real terms. They be like, oh, I just smoked an hour ago or 2 hours ago. What I definitely learned is I don't smoke. But I smell it, sir. I smell a lot of things, but I don't smoke. Because, you know, they're going to try to use that against you. They're going to be like, oh, well, you smoked an hour ago? Was it in the car? Oh, do you still have weed in the car? You know, so it's like, basically, whatever they ask you, I don't know what you're talking about. License and registration, I got that for you. Why are you pulling me over? Oh, well, at that time, they said I was speeding. Okay. There's no real way to say, oh, well, I was or I wasn't. You already got me. Cause I was, but I wasn't. It was like 70, 75. You feel me? But like, it's like one of those situations where it's like, come on now, boss. I'm going 5 miles over the speed limit. You really tripping off there? Or did you want? Yeah, you're like, you wanted to make your quota. It's 3 a.m, like I said. You wanted to make your quota? All right, cool. You got that. But I got proper license and registration, so I ain't even tripping. Run my tags if you want. Go ahead. So boom, to come back to the car after running my shit, and then like, man, you sure? Like, you sure there's no weed in the car, man? It smells very loud. Try to use, you know, the young nigga language. Loud? Like, when have you ever used the word loud? What is loud, sir? I don't know what loud is.
My speakers are turned off.
Like, you talking about my mute? I thought I was getting pulled over for speeding. So, okay. Oh, well, you know, we're gonna let you go. Just like, no smoking in the car though. Like, you know, like, just, you know, be careful about that, you know, just because we got our new laws in California, you know, doesn't mean we're gonna be laxed. I'm like, all right, boss, right on. You feel me? So basically, I would always tell people, like, even if you got it on you, because I haven't had situations where I had it on me. Hey, first of all, roll your shit up. Put the extra shit in the trunk. Don't be riding around with the backpack in the back seat with the little jar of weed. I had an eighth. I smoked 2 blunts. I only got about 1.5 grams. They still trying to get you. Don't even allow them to do that. Put that shit in the trunk. Roll that shit up though. Whatever you about to smoke, and make sure you got like a little spot where you can tuck it at. I always be having my shit, like I roll my shit up, put it in little tubes, whatever the extra one. Stash that. And I start burning, cause we be driving in Cali, so I be driving, smoking. You feel me? But I had to move smart. I used to be the nigga with the jar, you feel me, weed, because I was pulling up to studio sessions and stuff like that. But then after that, after it was like maybe like the time before that when I got pulled over, I was like, okay, I gotta stop moving around with this big ass jar. Start little jar in it. Put that bitch in the trunk though. You feel me? Because it don't matter where if it's in your motherfucking car. They using that shit as an open container now. It's so fucked up in California. They use that shit as an open container. So they can give you a citation for weed. I literally just learned that
game.
Because my partner got pulled over. This was in Oakland. He got pulled over and he was just outside and he was chilling. And one of his friends left a jar, like a little jar in the cup holder. And when they pulled him over, he didn't have no weed on him, no nothing, flashed the light in the car, and they seen the little jar in the cup holder. And then it was like, that's open container. Nigga, so don't be riding around with the jar. It only had 1 gram in it. It didn't even matter. Because all that signified was you just recently got done smoking. I was like, wow.
I am just mind fucked right now.
Hey, man. I told you earlier, we got to share our knowledge, bro. I know we all indulge, you feel me? So definitely knowledge is power. So definitely don't ride around with it. If you do got it on you, put it in your trunk, roll up whatever you about to smoke, and shit, enjoy that ride. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught with that open container.
But you just see, like, all right, fun fact. My roommate in college pulled out the driveway, and as he was pulling out the driveway, he got a DUI. A cop walking, we was in UC Santa Barbara. A cop walking stopped his car, and he just put it in reverse, not even went 2 feet. I'm talking about a foot off the driveway, and boom, not even in the street, not even hit the sidewalk. He got a DUI. Now, you just said that shit where I could be in the car. Now, I don't have the keys in the ignition. Push the start. It's off. All the shit. I leave my container in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucked.
You fucked. It's like having a bottle of alcohol sitting in the back seat. Especially now.
Hey, can it be something like where it's sealed? Like how they do in Texas, like, you feel me? Or New Orleans? Like, yeah. You got the little tape on the cup. And it's sealed.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool because it hasn't been opened. But as soon as you crack that seal, it's bad. Even on the little tear off joints. If it's still like you ain't opened it yet, you good. As soon as you crack that seal, no matter if you just crack that motherfucker, just give one of your partners just a little nug. Crack that motherfucker. Open container, just like having a bottle of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you, that's an open bottle, of alcohol. So wow. I want my partner told me that because I had to help him out. I had to call my people, my lawyer or whatever, and put them online together. And I'm over there on the three-way listening. Like, bro, tell me. I need to know what does this mean? What does that mean? How you gonna get them off? Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can we make, like, because basically the law is so new that they don't know how to properly charge anybody. So what you can do is you can do a program. But, you got to talk to your lawyers about that. You feel me? You're going to have to cost people a small fee. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the program name is because I never went through the program. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he did. He went through a program so it wouldn't be on his record. Because, of course, if it's on your record,
yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's 2 things on your record. That's an open container. And then they go like, what was the open container? It was weed. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, we live in California, so a lot of jobs they don't really give a fuck about you smoking weed, but you never know, he might want to move. Yeah, they be like, oh, you was riding around with the weed? How much weed did you have on you?
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Like, so, you know, word to the wise. You feel me? Word to the wise.
Real talk.
Stay safe out there.
So, bruh, you know what? Let's transition out of this because I need to get back control of my thoughts. I just got done traveling shit. So, yeah, let's get back to my thoughts.
Yeah.
So I got this thing called Trading Places. You know, the movie from back in the day, Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, they wake up and, you know, lives change and it's different. So I take that movie and make that into a segment. We take two iconic people, trade their lives, and question number one is, will it work? And question number two is, what would life be like if they traded places? So for you, I got Randy Moss trading places with Vin Diesel.
Well, Vin Diesel wouldn't work as a Minnesota Viking or a Patriot because he's very short and his hands are small. So I don't think he'd be able to catch. And I don't know, Randy might be like old Randy. Like, you know, are we talking about like Randy of right now? Or are we talking about like Randy when he first?
Anytime.
Okay.
Hey, Randy right now is real white.
No, he's real white. But I think Randy with the braids, like
Moss,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Moss. I'm talking about not Randy, but Moss. Let's just go ahead and say it. He's Randy right now. You feel me? And he was Randy when he went to the Raiders. He was Randy Moss when he went to the Patriots. He was Randy Moss when he came to the Niners too. So, but when he was with Minnesota, he was Moss. Moss. But I don't know if he'll make a good actor though. It might be kind of, but he's athletic, so he'll make a good action star. But I don't know if he'll have the acting.
I mean, can you imagine him doing Fast and Furious? Him and Paul Walker?
No, I can't. No, I can't imagine him doing Pitch Black. It's like, boy, what you gonna throw on them glasses? You gonna be on that motherfucker?
Oh shit!
Them glasses wouldn't. Oh god, I'd be like, what they got this man doing? Who signed on?
The color grade the fuck out of this.
For a big tall ass black man over there. Like, I can't even see him. They couldn't think of another title. Like, why I gotta be? Maybe fucked up. Maybe fucked up.
Hey, but I will admit this. It would be dope as fuck if Vin Diesel was known as being dieseled. And he was jumping up and catching over people that was twice his size. With twice the size of his hands.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If a football player came out and his name was Vin Diesel, you gotta be wrong. Like, you can't have no name like that and not be wet, bro. Like, that's a waste of name. Like, and bro, we got Chris Carter, we got Dante Culpepper, we got Vin Diesel. Like, damn, that's squad.
Oh man!
But if you trash, it's like they go that boy. They don't call him Vin. That's it, Vin.
No
ass football player, Vin.
He was unleaded. Vin. Yeah, he was Vin unleaded.
That's too random ass motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even imagine that shit. Like, especially Randy Moss with his country ass accent. Like, man, oh no, I gotta see that shit. I gotta see it.
Man, nah, one more thing. Can you imagine Vin Diesel growing up with Jason Williams?
That'd be a vicious ass backcourt, I'll tell you that much. It'd be Fast and Furious. It'd be too fast, too furious if you ask me. It'd be white chocolate and mocha chocolate. Maybe.
Oh shit. Hey, do you think Tyrese would have got a part in Fast and Furious if Randy Moss was Vin Diesel?
No. That would have went to who was hot around that time? Usher. No, I don't even know. I just said anybody.
Hey, they would have put the Jonas Brothers in there.
I'm saying, I'm trying to think. When did that come out? Like 2004, 5? I don't even know what year that came out. But yeah, I don't know who would have played. Tyrese. It probably been a Spanish guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Probably been a Spanish brother. Because they was in Miami. It probably been a Spanish guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Ricky Martin or something.
Shit, they probably would have brought the Rock in way earlier. Bruh. So I got this next segment. It's called Impulse Q&A. They got like cards with questions on them, but they don't pay me. I don't say the name of their company. So, but they got good questions. I'm for
Drop it on me.
Oh, you get an option to pass because they are random. Okay. So you do get an option to pass. At the end, you got to answer 3 questions.
Okay.
If everything in your house had to be one color, what color would it be?
Black.
All black everything.
Yeah. All black everything. Like, I don't know. I just think that would be crazy. Like I don't know. Like everything. Like I wouldn't be able to see shit. But I mean, I guess because if I pick the bright color, I'd be like, yo, I'm tired of the sky blue, y'all. I'm tired of this yellow. You feel me? And white is just everything dirty. So I had a white car before, and that shit got dirty every fucking minute. So I might just go with black. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
but you know what? If you do go with
brown
black,
is too weak.
If you do go with black, whatever you bring into the house is gonna be real bright when the lights come on.
Exactly.
Spotlight on you. Question number 2. What makes you feel old?
Kids. Kids make me feel old. I don't ever feel old until like I say something and then the kid be like, "What the hell is that?" Like, you never watched the VHS? Huh? A CD player? Damn. Like, you make me feel old. Like I was a kid. Like I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but then again, I was once that kid that was like, you know, 8-track player. The hell is that? Like, you know, so
right.
Kid, like the world can never make me feel old, but kids will make me always feel old because there's always kids, and there's gonna be another kid in 5 years that's only 3 years old or 5 years old, and I'm gonna be like, man, some, man, remember when this is popping? And they're gonna be like, what's that? Like, damn, you don't know nothing about that?
Bruh. So, like 3 years ago, I used to manage a restaurant or whatever, a pizza spot restaurant. Make a long story short, I had a high school basketball player that worked for me, right? And make a long story short, I'm playing some Nate Dogg. We did a song with his son and all the shit. And make a long story short, I'm like, man, you know who Nate Dogg is? He looked at me. He was like, hell no. What the fuck you talking about? And he was like, I know Snoop Dogg. And I was like, you know Snoop Dogg, but you don't know Nate Dogg? He did most of the hooks.
Wow.
And that, you know, he was 15, 16 years old. He like a star basketball player. And you don't know Nate Dogg?
That's because they ain't got no guidance. They ain't got no older siblings or no older cousins. I kind of learned that over time. Like, well, not necessarily Snoop Dogg, but like, cause Nate Dogg, but like as far as like older rap or older music, like I thank God for the older siblings I had, because I would have known half of this shit. Cause you know, but what's 80s music to me or 70s music to me? Like, I'm hearing now in the 90s, I'm hearing now in the 2000s. So it's like I needed somebody to play those songs,
right?
You know, and certain people, they'll tell you they'll love 90s R&B and only name about 10 damn songs, or they'll name like songs that are literally 91 to 93. And so, there was a 98, right? Like, or a 97, 99. Like, nah, they just know. Oh, I love 90s R&B. Like, could you name any other years? Like, I hate those motherfuckers. So, yeah.
He said you on a whole decade, but you forgetting certain parts of this decade.
Like, yeah, I hate that shit. Like, you feel me? Like, even like right now, like with the Jordan documentary. And I was telling people, like, bruh, I was alive for the first 3P, but I was a fucking alive and aware the second 3P. Big difference. And I hate when I talk to people that's around my age and be like, but we watched Jordan. Did we? What? Like, because Pete, I remember those 3 last championships, and I remember 2 years with the Wizards. So it's like, I was alive for the first 3, but I was a fucking baby and a little kid. So it's like, you can't be my age talking about, oh, I watched Jordan my whole life. No, you did not.
You capping.
No, you didn't. Like, you big cap. And I tell people all the time, my favorite player growing up was Shaq. Shaq came, like, he got drafted like 92, 93. Like, he didn't rise to like becoming like, okay, that's like, he got something to work with until that Jordan retirement. And the year Jordan came back and he bounced him out of the playoffs. And I was like, nigga, I was watching basketball around that time. So that's, I can tell you about the last 3 championships.
Like that, because back in the day, you can only watch basketball on NBC, ABC.
Come on now.
Like, or you had the direct channel from your region. You couldn't watch the Bulls because we didn't live in Chicago. So the only time memories got is from the playoffs. Like, my memories is just like yours.
That's it. Like, I'm like, bruh, I'm sorry. Like, people like, oh, I'm like, I am sorry where I was born and the time I was born. They gotta, I don't know, man. Like, it's weird because it's like, with all this money and entertainment, it's funny that nobody has found the proper way of entertaining the world from this quarantine. Besides, like, people like Tory Lanez and stuff, but he's using Instagram. So, like, yeah, he's doing his thing. He's getting popular, but at the end of the day, Instagram is getting popular.
They're getting paid.
So, you know what I'm saying? They're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They're getting the views. You know what I'm saying? They're knowing, okay, if Tory Lanez is on, if this person is on, people are tuning in to Instagram. So it's like nobody has capitalized off of this quarantine as far as entertainment goes just yet. And I feel like that first person or group of people who do, it's gonna be crazy. Like, you feel me? That's gonna be like, whatever it is, it's gonna be the shit for the rest of this year. Like, it's gonna, people gonna try to mimic.
Now, what if Disney would have came out right when the quarantine happened? If they would have held out till then.
Man, I ain't gonna, man. It's a lot of things, man. It's a lot of things. Like, just imagine, like a good movie that's about to come out. And they like, all right, quarantine hits. And instead of pulling it from theaters, they give it to us at our home. And they bust a new record. Like, oh, we're the most streamed movie. Like, because usually it'd be like a Netflix movie or some shit like that, or a Hulu movie. But for this time, you can literally take a movie that was supposed to be in theaters, drop it on a streaming site, break records, because everybody wanted to watch the movie in theaters, but they're going to stream it. And like, when shit goes back to reality, they're going to be like, oh, boom, number one.
My light went off. You know when the light bulb goes off and only I could see it? The light bulb went off. Bro, what if they take a movie? Bro, what if they take a movie that was supposed to come out and they put it on a website and you only click this website and they get all their hits, all their views, all their advertisement on this one website, the name of the movie?
Yeah. I give you a movie right now that they can do it too, and I bet you a hit. Wonder Woman 2.
Fact.
I bet you that was it. Everybody like, you know what I'm saying? Because the first one was good. You feel me? They did a good job with Aquaman, so you know they on their little run right now. DC they took a minute to get their footing, but now they're getting their footing. They got a few good movies under their belt. So now, especially with the woman empowerment, it's like we got Wonder Woman too, and just like you said,
game recognized game.
Yeah.
Create the GoDaddy for WonderWoman2.com or .tv and send it to them and say, look, I got your website. This is my idea. Run me my check. I'll give it to you.
Bruh, that is the most gangster shit ever, bruh. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because somebody still got LoveRance.com and they ain't never getting a red cent from me. Good luck. That nigga said $2,000. I said, shit. I'll be LoveRance.tv, man. Fuck what you talking about. You can keep LoveRance.com for $2,000. Then you know what I can do with $2,000 with my career? Shit, you can keep it. You can keep it.
Man, fuck that. Fuck that. All right, so as we're talking about your career, question number 3.
Yeah.
What is your most unusual talent?
Shit. Most unusual talent. I play the handbells.
Handbells.
You don't even know what the fuck that is.
No, I'm so confused.
You gonna have to Google that.
Hey.
You gotta Google that. Basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a handheld bell.
Like I'm at the lobby desk and I'm pressing the bell. Ding, ding, ding.
Nah. It's got a handle on it, and it's like it's shaped like a regular bell. So I'm like this with it, but it's like the bigger it is, the louder it sounds, the deeper the bass, and there's like 34 of them. So it's most of the time when I was doing it, I was in a choir. So I used to do it in school. My 6th grade teacher, she forced us to do it. And what happened from that, she picked from 30 kids, she picked 11 of us to basically to take on more handbells than because basically when we were in the class, it's 30 of us, everybody got 1 or 2 handbells. But when you get into that 11-man band, it's like you got 4 or 5 handbells. So yeah, random as shit. Yeah, I could have said some sports shit, but I was like, nah, man, let's keep it music. I'm pretty sure people gonna probably Google this shit after, but definitely YouTube it. It's some crazy shit, especially when now, because kids are they're doing handbells to current songs. So now it's like cool, way cooler than what it was when I was younger, because we stuck to the basics, you know. So,
bro, when I went to my damn music class, they gave me a big ass bass, a violin bass. And bro, we was growing up poor. We could never ever buy the wax to do the thing to make the shit sound good. I was like, fuck music. That's how I felt. In 8th grade, 7th grade year, and they gave me this bass, and I was like, man, fuck y'all. And shit, bro, music has changed my life. Real talk, that's all I do. And it's like,
man, no, that's real, man. Shout out to my 6th grade teacher. She definitely believed in the boy. I definitely wouldn't have been playing handbells. That definitely wasn't playing at all.
So, bruh, you have survived in-post Q&A. Moving on to the next segment. In the next segment, I want to know, what are you most excited for? What you got coming up? What you working on? What's next for LoveRance?
Well, hopefully we get off this quarantine real soon and everybody could go back to enjoying each other. Because I would love to get back. I had hella shows lined up. I had about 7 shows this weekend. That were since the start of the quarantine, I canceled 7 shows. My 7th show would have been this weekend coming up. So definitely want to get back to the shows. But right now, I got a tape out. It's called VCR. It's got 10 songs on it. I got a song called White Toes and another one called Division. So everything. Basically, just pushing that. About to shoot the videos for it. We had to, figure out a cool way to shoot a video because of the quarantine. Can't be around more than 10 people. I don't even want to be around more than 10 people because I might get sick. But but yeah, just about to start working on these videos, working on these visuals, still working on music always, songwriting. That's my biggest thing. I've been songwriting for other people. So like anybody that need a song, I mostly do R&B. So I don't write raps for other people. That's kind of weird. So I'm kind of old school. You know, you gotta write your own raps. So but R&B, I definitely do that. So that's easy. But yeah, man, just working on music and trying to prepare myself mentally and physically for this first day out.
Right.
You feel me? Basically, I'm not waiting until quarantine is over. I have to just wait until quarantine is over to do the physical stuff, like the performance and stuff like that, and getting out there to talk to the people. But you know, in between time, definitely I just tell people like just stay tuned to my Spotify and my iTunes because I plan on dropping more music, especially because we have this downtime to really work. So I've really been working. So yeah.
Man, bro, you gonna leak out any information on who you songwrite for or any new songs coming out? Who you working with?
Man, shoot, man. I'm not gonna tell you who I wrote for because they should know that. They should check the credits. You can go ahead and Google that. You feel me? But you know, we working with a few people. I'm trying to get on like right now I'm working with my boy Adrian Marcel, John Hart. We got who else we got? We're working like hella like Bay Area cats right now. We're trying to spread it out. Got a session with Eric Bellinger coming up. You feel me? Well, I'm about to send him some stuff. Feel me? So, you know, since we in quarantine, I reached out. He's like, man, send me some shit, you know, because we used to work. So, yeah, man, like I got a few other people. Like, I waited for like, you know, shit to get moving before I start throwing out other names. Cause I hate throwing out names, and niggas run back this interview. They be like, this nigga done said he was about to work with the baby. The baby don't even know this nigga. Like, you feel me? But I just say the baby because, you know, that nigga's on fire right now. So I definitely love to work with the baby. Feel me? But, you know, I'm speaking shit into existence. But
there you go.
Until, exactly. But until audio is recorded from these other artists, I'm going to just leave it at the artists I name. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But, nah, man, you know, I plan on working with more people this year, especially during this. I've been hitting up, you know, certain people like, man, like whatever you need. If it's a hook, if it's a verse, if you want me to write you a song, you know, whatever you need. And, you know, I've been getting some responses back like, yo, you know, I got this one beat I've been sitting on, or, you know, send me something, or I'll send them, you know. So spending this quarantine time trying to get things together, you know, trying to reach out to my brother, my music brethren. But basically, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm about to go on like a run, man. I'm about to just work with hella female MCs, man. Like, so if you know any female MCs, definitely send them my way. I definitely love the female empowerment. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir. So, bruh, if you notice, the show's a little different. It's unique. Some of the same things happen on some of the other shows that happen here, but it's all done differently. You feel me? We stand out at contrast to Uncut. And so I like to end my show by catching my guests off guard by saying, you got any questions for me?
Oh, okay. I got something for you. Do you think the Dodgers will be cheated out of another World Series?
Goddamn. Bro, I ain't got no control of that. Do I think they finna get cheated?
Because current history, I've been getting cheated.
Bro, the Dodgers gotta fucking figure out they shit.
Yeah.
They got a leak. They supposed to plug the leak. They ain't plugged the leak 2 World Series later.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you really, like, on some baseball shit, like, do you think Kershaw is really just gonna go down as like one of like the greatest pitchers that never could Like close the deal?
Bro, you know what's so fucked up about that? And Kenley Jansen too, is that the whole World Series pressure of them getting hit when they were unhittable broke them mentally. It's like having a bitch, and it's having a female that's out there on the streets and she's having a rough up life, and you becoming that knight in shining armor and taking her off and putting her in a hotel and making her live good and then putting her back to the streets. And that's exactly what happened to Clayton Kershaw. He got picked by the whole World Series and he ain't bounced back.
Man, I know, I feel you, because that's how it was with Tim Lincecum for us. Like, he was, as soon as they got into his head, it was like, you're done, bro. Like, you're no longer what you were. Like, you're no longer the carefree spirit, long hair. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm throwing this. Like, he won the World Series, and he wasn't the reason that we won the World Series. You're a good pitcher, but you're not number one. And it's, bro, like, you fucked up your own shit, because you didn't have to be number one. It's a pitching rotation, motherfucker. Goddamn. Like,
yeah, for real.
Like you could, especially in some playoff World Series, you know what I'm saying? It's like you can pitch game one. You know what I'm saying? If you're a number one, you can pitch game one. You know what I'm saying? If we get you know, game two, maybe game three. I mean, not game two, but game three. Game 7, you back out. You might lose it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's a number one. Like how Bumgarner was for us. But like Lincecum is like, bro, you could have been a smooth like a Steph Curry number one, where it's like you're good, but somebody else could be better than you, but ain't nobody really fucking tripping because we all winning. Like ain't nobody tripping. But he let the motherfuckers get into his head, and it's just like you could just see like everybody else embraced the World Series. Like we had cats that ain't did shit after that World Series, or after the World Series they played in, but they embraced that one time. Like, oh, Romo, he embraced that shit. I forgot our cat name that was Fear the Beard. His ass embraced the shit, but I ain't. They embraced it and then they disappeared. Lincecum was the only one that was the person that was supposed to be the shit that won. And then just like it's eating me up inside. I wasn't the shit in the World Series, man. It wasn't me. Like it was like, bro, that was like because it was the first World Series where we needed our bats. The last one was more like Bumgarner. He's just about to show out. But like Lincecum, it's like he was just on the team. Like, but we drafted him first round, and you know, it's like you supposed to be the man, dog.
Was the ace, and then Bumgarner came and stole the show. And then once he stole the show, he was gone. He was out of sight.
Gone. And it was just like, fuck. And we drafted you to be that, though. We drafted you to be the ace. Like, I'll never forget that. Like, they was like, we got this cat. And it was just like, okay. And then years leading up to the first World Series, it's like, yeah, where you at?
Right. It was Oakland and San Francisco had the two top pitchers in that time or whatever when they drafted them. Because they drafted like Martin Mulder or something to the A's and Tim to the Giants. And so they were like, I remember because the ESPN magazine used to come to the house.
Guilty. That and East Bay.
Bruh, another bad habit.
Man,
speaking of purchases, what's your favorite purchase?
My portable mic. I got it like 2012. Went to the Guitar Center, gave them the spiel. I'm always on the road. I just need something that I don't want a big ass mic that I gotta like lug around. So I bought a portable mic. It sits on desk, and it's got a nice little baby suitcase. Like it's like a little ass little suitcase. But like when I open it, it comes like it's like got the mic on top, and then it's like a foam, and then it's a stand on the bottom. So I take the mic out, take the phone, play the thing, boom, and I'm done. Like that's all I need to do. So that was it was a pretty penny, but it's definitely
worth it.
I mean, it's a mic, so I got, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely worth it for sure.
Absolutely. Real talk. Bro, where can they follow you at?
Yeah. Man, everything, man. Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes, everything. LoveRance, LoveRance. Follow me. I follow back sometimes.
Yeah,
Majority.
I'm waiting for my follow.
If you're a lady.
Oh yeah, I ain't no lady though.
Yeah, look. Nah, but you the homie, bro. We good. And plus, you a Dodgers fan, so I gotta talk shit to you during the season now. Like you got a new friend in me. Like I got a couple Dodger friends. Like so we. You feel me? Like shout out to my old Dodger friend Matt Kemp. That's my peoples, man. I used to talk all this shit to him. That was the only Dodgers jersey I've ever worn. And it was an all-star jersey. I told him, I was like, cause I was doing a show in LA. I told him I was gonna wear his jersey, but I wasn't gonna wear the Dodgers jersey. I was gonna disrespect the set. So I wore the all-star Matt Kemp jersey. So that was my only.
I'm gonna give you credit, bro, because that's the only Barry Bonds jersey I worn as an all-star jersey.
Hey, I respect it. I tell everybody, like, if you got a team, stick with your motherfucking team. If your team hate mine, you my friend. We gonna talk shit. We gonna talk shit.
It's a healthy relationship.
Exactly. We know exactly what each other likes. You like the Dodgers? I like the Giants. Oh, well, hey, shit. It's all good.
Yeah, that was easy.
All good. Trust me, I'm in the Bay. It's Raider and Niner fans. Like, come on. I know you feel me down there. You feel me? Look. Beast mode.
I'm a Raider fan.
Man, shout out to my man. He just celebrated his birthday too. Happy belated, Marshawn.
Man, yup. Happy belated, Marshawn. Beast mode. Man, big salute to fam first, man.
Hell yeah. Ready? Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy LoveRance, and right now you checking out Contrast Uncut.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, that was tight. Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
I be verse, I'm going flip mode, squad, bust a bus. Feel like pocket, keep your head up. Biggie shooting juicy. Coach is still alive, just let me prove. King, nigga.